What's going on YouTube? It's four-time Madden champ Pav back here with another video, and by the end of this video you're gonna learn the best new defense in Madden 26. So Madden 26 I feel like is starting to slowly transition into a more defensive game, and here's why. So with the recent patch they definitely improved defense with a big focus point of the sheds. After a week of playing after this patch, you could definitely tell the sheds got way better. Number one ability on defense that you're going to need is double or nothing. This is going to amplify pretty much any single defense that you run. But it's what's really going to help you cage your opponents in the defense we're about to discuss. So go put it on. It's 3 AP, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 would be ideal. And for playbook, you're definitely going to want Jaguars defense. And the defense we're going to be talking about today is going to be the dime 3-2 defense. It's definitely back with these double or nothings, and the coverage shells you can roll out there. It's super tough to pass against. As always, you're going to want safety depth on close and pinch, but you don't really need this on anymore in my opinion. If you don't put it on, just make sure you drag your safeties in the box. And then auto flip is going to be off. Gameplay we're going to be looking at is this cover 4 quarters. This is going to be exceptional defense versus the meta. Bunch tight end, a little bit of bunch X nasty, some doubles. Why, you may ask? Well, to be simply honest and put it as simple as I can, the players now are getting so fast, so good. They're so tall. The sheds increased as well. And then you're going to pair that up with like 6 or 7 DBs in the box like this. It's going to be very tough to pass against. This is what the player looks like, and if you're going to want a simple setup, all I like to do is shift my linebackers to the left, and that's going to allow your linebacker on the loop to be lined up over the DT. If you want, you can move them a couple steps to the left to really help that loop out, but it's not, nice simple setup is going to be this. And think of this more of a shed defense than an actual loop defense. Yeah, you're going to get this loop to come in once in a while. Maybe some games more than other games, but it's really used for these double or nothings and just playing all out good coverage and using that switch stick feature. So being able to send 3 or 4 in this game with the sheds how they are now, it's going to make your opponent hold the ball a little longer, allowing you to get those switch stick interceptions, just them forcing it into a tight window that they can't afford to. So now getting into the coverage itself. So this is match coverage. Match is, in my opinion, really good right now. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons real quickly. You can see what match looks like versus spacing switch. For the most part, everything gets matched onto what it really looks like versus that table route and, just some of those stock routes out there. Things get open, but, it's a very tight window. For example, something like an out route gets open, but look at how tight of a window this is. If your opponent is not locked in and ready to go, they're definitely going to miss that window. This is a setup a lot of people in bunch like to call, and it's going to be something like this. We're going to get R1 on the crosser. We're going to get the return route on the outside bunch receiver. You're going to get a streak on your solo side receiver, and then like the table route from spacing switch, and then a drag coming across the middle. You're going to see why this shell is so good and how it does versus a meta play. You can see we're going to call hike, or you guard the drag. Everything gets matched onto really, really well. Once again, look at this return route. It's not open. This is why match is so good. It takes away those return routes. This crosser is open for a slight second, but you need a really good pass lead. And that's something that really good players are going to switch stick onto and take it away. And by the time you're even making a read, look at the double or nothings. They're just going to work, and they're going to get insane pass rush. So now into some of the cons. What defeats this defense? What are you going to want to do if you play it? Well, we're going to be completely and simply honest. You're just going to want to do drag routes. So simply call double drags. Double drags is a great way to beat match coverage. You see right there, someone like Randy Moss on a drag route, the match coverage is going to have a lot of trouble defending that. You see it calling hike, both drags end up getting wide open, and we end up scoring a touchdown off this. To counter this is you're just simply going to want to shade down. So let's just say, someone is destroying you with those double drags, whether it be from bunch tight end, bunch, trips, whatever it is, double drags concept, it's going to destroy match. Well, now you're going to just want to run a simple cover 4 shade down. You can see how this defense plays. The drags are going to be open, but man, it makes it very hard to fit it in those windows. And if you miss your read, you're just cooked. So understand, like I said, the drags ended up getting kind of open, but it's a much bigger difference than it was before. And to completely take this away, you're going to want to run this cover 4, and then here's a nice little switch stick tactic that you guys could use. I've been using it for the past couple of days. It's gotten me a lot of picks. We're going to call this the squeeze technique. So what you're going to do is you're going to switch stick onto one of your 2 hard flats. Ideally, the one that's just getting more exploited, and you're just simply going to want to drag them in a few steps. The opponent's going to see this, and they're going to panic, look back towards the middle of the field. You could switch stick back to this 3 rec, and you're going to get a pick. So this is what it would look like somewhat. We're going to switch stick to the left hard flat and bring them in. We're going to squeeze the defense, and look at that. That makes it very hard to make double drags a reliable option. And it's super easy to do. It's one switch stick to the left or the right. You see, we squeeze him, we bring that hard flat inside. Yes, this is open, but you know, some plays you might not want to switch stick onto, and this is where the cat and mouse game begins. You're really gonna throw your opponent off just by bringing that slot corner in a little bit. They're gonna have to hold on the ball just a second longer, and by then, you know, the pressure is gonna get there, or they're just gonna panic and make the wrong read. This is really good versus like spacing switch, right? What you could do, it doesn't even have to be hard flats. You could keep the purple on the outside, and what you're gonna simply do is we're gonna call hike right here. You're gonna switch stick onto the left slot, and then we're gonna just drag them back to the inside. I know the 3-rec was there that time, but it's a nice little concept to make them scared of their first read, panic a little bit, and end up throwing a pick. Here's a perfect example of me using this in the gauntlet to secure an interception. My opponent was killing me with a double drag, so we go with hard flats, we squeeze tactic, and we end up getting the pick. And you notice this was very high level because I was able to get on the right slot corner and then switch stick back to the left slot corner. So with practice, this is going to be very easy and game changing. You see I'm on McCollum right here, drag him to the inside, then we go on Eric Stokes and get the interception. Other plays that you can run this loop defense, shed defense out of is going to be the Tampa 2. This is better for like 4th and 10s, 3rd and 10s, where you know you're going to maybe be able to do like a cover 3 cloud look out of it, or maybe even just run hard flats, right? There's a lot of weaknesses in the shell, but it's good to mix in the cover 2 once in a while, the Tampa 2. You're not going to want to run cover 4 every single play. This is a great mix in if you need those hook curls to go ahead and guard something in the middle. You could get really aggressive with that hard flat on the right, and you know, switch stick over to that, you know, cover 3 cloud zone to really take away that corner route. So that's been it. Defense super simple. Rely on this double or nothings. In my opinion, this is a defense a lot of more players are going to be in to counter the double or nothings. Go ahead and try pass protector. A lot of people are using 2 to 3 of them, maybe even 4. Go ahead and see how they are. I know there are not a lot of pass protectors out there, but there are some. See if they work for you. Madden 26 right now is a little bugged with the QB scramble. You could definitely get outside the pocket versus dollar, but the thing is, you have 2 to 3 DBs on the side that you're rolling out to, so it's gonna be a little hard for you to make a read or even get yards on the scramble. So in my opinion, this is the best defense in Madden 26. Hopefully you enjoy this video. If you want more content like this, go ahead, smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you guys go ahead and check out MaddenAcademy.com. We have free courses, free ebooks on how to get better at Madden 26, help you understand the chess match and see the field as a pro does, like myself. Next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Stay up and peace.